Yo, what's up, what's up? What's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna answer the question, can you lose fat and gain muscle while on intermittent fasting? Before I go into that, I got a free report, 7 steps to shred it. If you are interested in learning about the concepts we are about to talk about, you can head down below, click the first link in the description. Now, I got this question from my buddy Antonio. So Antonio, thanks for the question. I'm gonna answer it, and I really think it's a 2-part question, so I'm gonna try to separate the different concepts in that question. So the first part is, can you lose fat and gain muscle? And what I will tell you guys out there is that normally when it comes to fitness, dieting, it's like one goal at a time. So you're either gonna be really good at losing body fat, or you can be really good at gaining muscle. You're usually not gonna do them both at the same time. And this is the reason why bodybuilders, they have a cutting season, okay, or a cutting phase, and they have a bulking phase. On purpose, they are eating extra calories to gain more muscle, or eating less calories to lose body fat. So while you're doing one or the other, you're probably not gonna maximize anything on the opposite side of that equation. So again, gaining muscle, that's usually calorie surplus, and losing fat is usually calorie deficit, like we always talk about. If you're at your maintenance in the middle, you would just be in the middle, right? You would just maintain in the same spot. So again, when it comes down to that, you're usually choosing one or the other. You're either gonna lose a whole bunch of fat and potentially some muscle along with it by being in a deficit, or you're going to gain muscle and probably a little bit of fat along with it by being in a surplus. So it's important to understand that you're probably only gonna maximize one at a time. Now let me answer or address intermittent fasting, and if you really need to use that. And Antonio says that, you know, he's starving at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, and it probably doesn't work as well for him. And my answer to that, to that question or to your inquiry would be that intermittent fasting is a tool in a toolbox that you can use if it works for you. So I'm gonna use myself as an example. I do intermittent fasting, and I've been doing it for years now, to different degrees, okay? Where I would, fast for 24 hours, sometimes 36 hours. Typically now I fast half of the day. And for me specifically, it works for me because, to be quite honest with you, I would probably overeat if I didn't squeeze my eating down into a smaller window, right? So if I started eating at, say 7 a.m. in the morning instead of like 1 or 2 p.m. in the afternoon when I start eating now, I would probably struggle to keep my calories under control. And I typically eat about 3 meals and maybe a snack in addition, and it's about 3,000 calories or 3,300 calories around in that window right there. But I would struggle if I started earlier, because that would probably add an extra meal, and it would be really tough for me to eat smaller meals because that's just the way I feel about food. I just like to eat, and I especially like to eat at night when I get off of my work shift, and I want to probably eat a little bit more. And intermittent fasting enables me to be able to enjoy food more later in the day, where it might be a little bit fried, and I know I can eat a little bit more because I've saved some of that calories through intermittent fasting. Is there hormonal benefits? That's arguable at this particular point, but what we do know is that the best thing that IF is used for is a calorie control tool in a nutrition toolbox, and it doesn't mean you have to use it. So for example, if you're very hungry, it may not work for you. It just may not work. So it's something that you can fit into your lifestyle if it works, but if it doesn't work, it's not something that you have to use. And just because a lot of guys are doing it doesn't mean that you have to do it. It really has to work for you, for whatever your particular goal is. So if it's gaining weight, eating earlier in the day because you want to be in a calorie surplus makes a lot of sense. If you're trying to lose body fat, then maybe intermittent fasting makes a lot of sense. But again, it's something that's got to work for you. It's got to fit into your lifestyle. It's got to fit into your schedule. And you can't be going crazy while you're doing it. And obviously, if you're fasting, you're going to be hungry. So a lot of times part of good nutrition and a good diet is controlling hunger cravings by eating the right foods, eating high protein, eating high fiber and stuff like that, so you don't overeat, right? So you don't get fat. So it's important to recognize that IF really, again, is just a calorie control tool and not a must or a necessity in order to have solid nutrition towards whatever your specific goal is. So I hope this video helped you guys out. If it really did, head down below, like, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe to this channel right here. If you want 7 steps to shred it, you can grab that by clicking this button right here. Guys, enjoy your day.